Fist Slam of 2021 event by Colton Dennis. The crowd is cheering. Hello everyone and welcome to Fist Slam. We have wonderful matches for you here tonight, said announcer number 1. That's right, the titles will be on the line tonight, said announcer number 2. And the first match is for the ladies' championship, said announcer number 1. I can't wait for this, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the ladies' championship. Introducing the challenger, Onyxia, and her opponent. She is the ladies' champion, Tempest, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Onyxia runs at Tempest, then goes to clothesline her. Tempest ducks, runs, bounces off the ropes, jumps, then does a diving forearm onto Onyxia. Onyxia laying motionlessly in the middle of the ring. Tempest looks at referee number 1, then covers Onyxia. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here's your winner and still the ladies' champion, Tempest, said announcer number 3. Tempest grabs the title, then raises it. Well, that was the quickest match we've ever had so far, said announcer number 2. That's why Tempest is a great champion. Well folks, up next, the tag team championship will be defended. Digger and Suave will take on the Destroyer and the Pursuer, said announcer number 1. I still don't know how the Destroyer and the Pursuer won number 1 contenders match this past week, asked announcer number 2. Bell dings. Music playing. And here comes the tag team champions now, said announcer number 1. Both Digger and Suave appear walking down the ramp, then hold up the titles. Both the Destroyer and the Pursuer are running down the ramp behind both Digger and Suave, then attack them. The Pursuer continuously punching Suave. Digger punches the Destroyer. The Destroyer walks away, turns around, then pokes Digger's eye. Digger groaning. The Destroyer pushes Digger into the ring post. Digger falls onto the floor. The Pursuer picks up Suave, then whips him. Suave goes into the steel stairs. The crowd booing. Shut up. Hey, do it, said the Destroyer. The Pursuer lifts up the ring skirt, then picks up Suave. Both the Destroyer and the Pursuer run at the ring, then throw Suave into the steel frame of it. Suave groaning. Digger stands up, runs, then jumps at the Destroyer. The Pursuer hitting Digger's back. Digger turns towards the Pursuer, continuously punches him, then turns towards the Destroyer. The Destroyer low blows Digger. Digger groans, then falls onto the floor. The Destroyer looks at the Pursuer, then nods. The Pursuer picks up Digger, sets him up for a DDT, then lifts him up. The Destroyer grabs Digger's legs. Both the Destroyer and the Pursuer drop Digger onto the floor. The Pursuer looks, sees Suave slowly moving, then kicks him. Hey, him, said the Pursuer. The Destroyer nods his head. The Pursuer sets Suave up for a DDT, then lifts him up. The Destroyer grabs Suave's legs. Both the Destroyer and the Pursuer drop Suave onto the floor, then stand up. Go get a microphone, said the Destroyer, sliding into the ring. These two make me sick. We were supposed to have a tag match, not a demolition derby, said announcer number 2. These two seem very nasty, said announcer number 1. The Pursuer slides into the ring, then hands a microphone to the Destroyer. The Destroyer grabs the microphone. You people don't seem to get it. These people, not just the ones laying on the floor, but those in the back. We're the dominant species. We're the two that wreak havoc onto people. And why's that? Because we're better than you. You see, me and my friend here don't want the titles. We don't want your respect. We don't want your love. We want destruction. And from now on, every time we come out here, people will shake in their boots. They'll know that we mean business. Everyone, take a good look at us. Because we're the new dominate species, said the destroyer, dropping the microphone. Both the destroyer and the pursuer raise their arms. The crowd continues booing. Well, what do you make of that? Asked announcer number 2. I think everyone in the back might need to worry. These two seem like they're not messing around. I mean, look what they did to the Terror and Bizarre this past week. And now, the tag champions, said announcer number 1. They need to be stopped, said announcer number 2. Well, folks, we turn now to the US Continental Championship. Rhino will defend his title against Boycott, said announcer number 1. I can't wait for this. Because Rhino is gonna destroy that little bug, said announcer number 2. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the US Continental Championship. Introducing the challenger, Boycott, and his opponent, he is the US Continental Champion, Rhino, said announcer number 3. Beldings. Both Boycott and Rhino lock up. Rhino pushes Boycott into the corner. Boycott raises his arms. Rhino walks backwards, then waves at Boycott. Boycott runs at Rhino. Rhino shoulder tackles Boycott. Boycott falls onto the mat, then rolls out of the ring. Come on, boy, said Rhino. Boycott walks up the steel stairs, then gets into the ring. Both Boycott and Rhino lock up again. Rhino pushes Boycott. Boycott falls onto his back. Rhino runs, then bounces off ropes. Boycott stands, leapfrogs over Rhino, drop kicks him, then covers him. 1, 2. Rhino throws Boycott off himself. 2, said referee number 2. Boycott grabs Rhino's head. Rhino slowly stands up, lifts Boycott. Runs, then continuously rams him into the corner. Boycott groaning. Rhino walks away, looks at Boycott, then runs towards him. Boycott jumps onto the second rope, then lifts his legs. Rhino goes into the ring post. That's how he became number 1 contender, said announcer number 1. Boycott slides down, then rolls Rhino up. 1, 2. Rhino kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Boycott stands up, then walks towards Rhino. Rhino shoves Boycott away. Boycott falls onto the mat, stands up, runs, then jumps at Rhino. Rhino moves. Boycott hits his head off turnbuckle. Rhino runs, bounces off ropes, jumps, then does a shoulder tackle onto Boycott. Boycott groans, then stands up. Rhino clotheslines Boycott a few times, lifts him up, slams him onto the mat, bounces off ropes, then does a leg drop. Rhino has the match win, said announcer number 2. Rhino pulls Boycott towards the corner, jumps onto the second rope, leaps off, does a second rope leg drop onto Boycott, then covers him. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Beldings. Here's your winner and still the US Continental Champion, Rhino, said announcer number 3. Rhino stands up, grabs the title, then raises it. The crowd is cheering. Well, up next, I can't wait for this. Clobber will be inside the demonic cell. But I want to know one thing. Who's this and quat, master and quat, person? Asked announcer number 2. I really don't know, but Clobber is in for a fight against whoever this master person is, said announcer number 1. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a demonic cell match. Introducing first, Clobber and his opponent, said announcer number 3. Clobber staring up at the stage. Evil laughter. Number 1 in a black hood appears on the screen. Are you ready, Clobber? Because my master is ready. It is time for you and him to meet? If I was you, Clobber, I wouldn't have accepted this match. This is what egotistical people get, said number 1 in a black hood, laughing. Eerie music playing. A man appears in a cloak, then walks down the ramp. Clobber staring at the man in the cloak. The man in the cloak stops at the cell door. The cell door opens. The man in the cloak walks into the cell, then removes the hood. The master appears staring at Clobber. Clobber continues staring at the master. The cloak gets taken off, then handed to number 1. The master climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then gets into it. Both Clobber and the master are staring at each other. Bell dings. Here we go. Clobber versus whoever this guy is. I guess his name is the master or something, said announcer number 2. I guess, said announcer number 1. Both Clobber and the master lock up. Clobber pushes the master into the corner. Both Clobber and the master raise their arms. Huh. I thought you were a fighter. Come on, pal. Clobber pushes the master into the corner. The master bounces off the corner, then sucker punches Clobber. Clobber falls onto the mat, then quickly rolls out of the ring. The master is staring at Clobber. Screw this, said Clobber, walking towards the cell door. Number 1 in a black hood appears walking down the ramp holding a steel chair. Going somewhere? Asked number 1 in a black hood. Clobber stops. Sure. A big man with a chair, said Clobber. I'd look behind you, said number 1 in black hood. Clobber turns around. The master runs at Clobber, then does a body splash onto him into the cell wall. Clobber groans, then falls onto the floor. The master hits Clobber's back, picks him up, then whips him. Clobber goes into the ring post. The master walks towards Clobber, grabs his head, then rams it into the cell wall. Clobber groaning. The master kicks Clobber, picks him up, then throws him into the ring. Clobber rolling towards the other side of the ring. The master walks around the ring. Clobber looks at the other side of the ring, then turns around. The master clotheslines Clobber. Clobber falls onto the floor. The master grabs Clobber by his head, then bounces it off the ledge of the ring. Clobber groaning. Clobber is really getting hurt in there, said announcer number 2. Do you want this to stop? Asked announcer number 1. Not really, he deserves this, said announcer number 2. The master slides Clobber into the ring, then slides in himself. Clobber laying still. The master bounces off ropes, then goes for a jumping elbow. Clobber moves. The master lands onto the mat, then groans. Clobber slowly stands up, then punches the master. The master groaning. Clobber bounces the master off the ropes, then does a kitchen sink into him. The master flips, then lands onto the mat. Clobber covers the master. 1, 2. The master kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. Come on, ref. Count faster, said Clobber. It was a 2 count. And don't tell me to count faster, said referee number 3. Clobber stands up, grabs the master, then throws him through the middle ropes. The master lands next to the cell wall. Clobber wipes his hands off. Well, this is a turn. Didn't see this coming, said announcer number 1. Well, Clobber is a great wrestler. That's why this guy wanted to fight Clobber. He wanted a fight, said announcer number 2. Clobber goes through the middle ropes, approaches the master, then rams his head into the cell wall. Huh. How's your master now? Huh. Look at your master. Look at him. Hold on. I'll give you a better view, said Clobber, grabbing the master's head, rams against The cell wall then grinds it against the steel. Come on, master. You could do this, said number 1 in a black hood. Clobber, let's go of the master. The master falls onto the floor. Clobber staring at man. Number 1 in a black hood then smiles. Mr. Indestructible attacks number 1 in a black hood then rams him into the cell wall. Number 1 in a black hood laying on the floor. The mountain approaches then picks up number 1 in a black hood. Number 1 in a black hood gets chokeslammed onto the floor. Clobber, laughing, then looks at the master. The master slowly stands up. Clobber hits the master's back. The master groaning. Clobber slides the master into the ring then rolls into it. Come on, get up. Come on, pal. You wanted this. And now you're getting it, said Clobber. The master slowly stands up. Clobber runs, bounces off ropes, then does a hard clothesline onto the master. Both Mr. Indestructible and the mountain clapping. Yeah, you did it. You're gonna win, said Mr. Indestructible. Clobber smiles then turns towards the master. The master sits up. Clobber's eyes widen. The master looks at Clobber. Clobber falls onto the then crawls backwards. The master stands up. Clobber goes to roll outside the ring. The master grabs Clobber's leg then turns him onto his back. Clobber pushes the master with his legs then rolls out of the ring. Open the door. Open it, said Clobber. The master bounces off ropes, runs then does a suicide dive onto Clobber. Clobber goes into the cell wall. The master looks at both Mr. Indestructible and the mountain. Both Mr. Indestructible and the mountain step backwards. Did you just see that? Both Mr. Indestructible and the mountain stepped away from the cell. Once that man looked at him, said announcer number 2. This man must have a creepy vibe to him, said announcer number 1. The master picks up Clobber, slides him into the ring, climbs onto the ledge of the ring then goes up the turnbuckle. Clobber laying in the middle of the ring. The master jumps, does an elbow drop onto Clobber then covers him. 1, 2. Clobber kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. The master looks at referee number 3. Yeah, you could do this. You're still in it, said the mountain being hit with the steel chair then falls into the cell wall. Mr. Indestructible turns around then gets hit with the steel chair. Number 1 in a black hood appears, holding the steel chair then swings it. The mountain's head gets squashed between the steel chair and the cell wall. The master looks at number 1 in a black hood. Look out, said number 1 in a black hood. The master turns around. Clobber goes for another clothesline. The master ducks. Clobber turns around. The master wraps his arms around Clobber's right arm and neck, then locks in sleeper hold. Clobber struggles, tries reaching for the ropes, then passes out. Oh my God, is Clobber's out cold? Asked announcer number 2. It looks like it, said announcer number 1. Referee number 3 holds up Clobber's left arm. Then let's go of it. Clobber's left arm falls. 1. Referee number 3 lifts Clobber's left arm, then let's go of it again. Clobber's left arm falls again. 2. Referee number 3 lifts Clobber's left arm again, then let's go of it a third time. Clobber's left arm falls a third time. He's out, ring the bell, said referee number 3. Bell dings. Here's your winner. Said announcer number 3. The cell door opens. Number 1 in a black hood slides into the ring then pulls out a microphone. This man here is the master. And he is the winner of this fight. And this is a notice for all those superstars in the back. Be prepared, because the master is here, said number 1 in a black hood. Eerie music playing. What a creepy wrestler. And this was his debut match too, said announcer number 2. Yes, just imagine what he's gonna do here. Well, folks, I want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye-bye, see you again, said announcer number 2 waving. Both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain standing next to Clobber. Clobber is slowly moving, then looks up at both number 1 in a black hood and the Master. Both number 1 in black hood and the Master appear smiling. The crowd are cheering. The end.